Hi there. Welcome back to movement, wellness, all the good things. So, thank you for joining me again today. We're going to do a little bit of repetition today because last week, technical difficulties. Today, we will be working on a nice introduction to what the world knows as a variation on Surya Namaskar, the sun salutations. One of the things I wanted to do before we started moving is just give you a brief rundown on the contraindications as well as the benefits. So you can decide whether it's something that you want to try today or something that you'll wait, watch, and then review later. All right. One of the books that we talked about earlier on for reference, which is a really nice book just to have in your library if you're a person that's interested in yoga or interested in the sistership of Ayurveda and yoga itself, is the asana pranayama mudra bandha. And I referenced it in our first video. So feel free to go back a couple videos and you'll find the reference. I wrote it down so you can cut and paste it and do some research or even just peek at it at the library. It has a myriad of information for you to reference. All right. So if you have high blood pressure, coronary artery disease, hernia, back injuries, any kind of like cycle going on with your menstruation or pregnancy, or you just had a baby, this is not for you. Okay. So there are some simple modifications that you can work on and ways that you can do things on the wall. But today we're going to focus on doing a very simple version of something that's great for all three doshas. In Ayurveda, we refer to doshas as the 5 elements in air and space and the bioenergies that make us up as each individual unique human being. So it's something that's safe enough. If you're a healthy person that has a practice of any kind, you can do this easily. And then it advances and there's different variations that we'll kind of peek at as well. But enough about all the things that it's not great for. Let's talk about the benefits. The benefits: it improves your flexibility and strength. It will increase your stamina and your endurance. It will promote weight loss. It will detoxify the body. It will improve blood circulation. It will stimulate the digestive system, enhance the skin health. There's even mental health benefits as well, which is reducing stress and anxiety. It improves focus, concentration, balances the hormones, promotes inner peace, calmness, enhances self-awareness. I mean, this, if you are in a healthy position physically, physiologically, there's so many incredible benefits. So I'm excited to have you join me today. We're going to do 1 through 12, the very simple version that you can find in the book that I referenced in the very beginning, the Asana Pranayama Mudra Bandha book, right, that we use in the Ayurvedic department here at SCU. I'm excited to introduce it to you, all right? So before we get started, I'm going to get my yoga mat nice and clear and make sure you have a nice view of me so we can kind of look out. Looks like we have a full view there. All right. Hello, hello. All right, so we're going to continue. So if this is your first time, no socks, please. If you just had a meal, like if you just finished your lunch, definitely not a good time. If you have had about an hour and a half and you feel like your belly is empty, great time to move. Let me think of any other things. No socks, right? We don't want you to slip and hurt yourself. So this is the very simple version, all right? There are going to be, after we do our 12 steps, I'm going to talk you through each step, all right? And once we get to the 12th step, then I'll show you a few variations. But the first point is just showing you the beginning steps of how it's done. So we're going to start in this position, which is the prayer position. You'll go right to the top of your mat. Big toes together, heels slightly apart. Take a nice deep inhale. Exhale. Good, and let's begin. Inhale. Reach the arms up to the sky. This is step 2, right? Hands down to the side of the body, 3. All right, if it's too much for you to fold forward like this, you can bend the knees or put your hands right on the thighs or shins. All right, and then you're going to bring one foot back into a lunge, 4, reaching back. Hands back down, going to mountain pose, feet up, 5. Take a nice breath here. Then down onto all fours, 8 points onto the mat. 6, push through, lift up. 7, this is like a little cobra. Go back to that mountain pose position, which we know is downward dog. And then we'll bring the opposite foot forward. Back to the position we started in. Fold forward again. And we're back to 11, arms reach up. And hands back to that starting position, all right? So there's a few steps that we repeat, okay? We've got the one position. Make sure that you're lifting up through the waist, finding this, what we would call is almost like a contraction or pulling the navel in and up. There's no tucking of the body. You can see my body's in a nice, healthy position all the way around. Finding the inner thighs, push down to the floor like you're resisting as the crown of the head goes up, starting in that first position. You can find a little bit of a pelvic floor lift. So in yoga, they call it the bandhas. Pull that navel in and up. It's those bathroom muscles that you use to help retain your liquids or solids if you don't want to use bathroom. So lift those up as high as you can. We'll do the same thing again. We're going to repeat the whole cycle 12 times. So that was the first round. This is the second round, okay? 12 steps, 12 cycles, right? So that's 6 on one side, 6 on the other, right? Here we go. Inhale, breathe, 1. Arms reach up, 2. Fold forward, 3. Flip back, 4. Mountain pose, downward dog, 5. Go into that 8-point position, 6. Come through, look up to cobra, 7. Go to that mountain pose again, 8. Opposite foot comes forward, 9. Step forward to that starting foot, 10. Reach the arms all the way above you, 11. Bring it back to 12, all right? So a couple things to remind you of, but when you go to the lunge position, make sure you don't release everything. Your body wants to be zipped up nice and strong, all right? This is the third round, keeping it moving. Here we go. Arms start into that prayer position. Inhale. Arms reach all the way up. 3, 4, 5, 6, push through 7, back to that mountain pose, 8, step forward, 9, 10, 11, 12, 5, same thing again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It's different when it speeds up, right? So we'll go back to a slower pace now. 6, all right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 7, slowing down, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All right, so you notice I slow down. Feel free when you do repeat it, you can actually slow down your video, right? So if you feel like it's too fast or if you want to speed it up, when you go to review it again, awesome time for you to adjust the speed for yourself. Or once you get the steps down, you can do it daily at your own pace, all right? So you can see why it's healthy enough for someone who has no injuries and how it can be a little bit challenging for someone that does, all right? So same thing, we'll keep the speed sort of slow. We've got 3 more to go, all right? Starting at 9. And 1, pull forward 2, step back 3, hands down to go to the mountain pose 4, knees down 5, come through to cobra 6, go all the way back to that mountain pose 7, step through 8, feet together 9, 11, together 12. All right, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, feet together on 10, reach up 11, and 12. All right, last one. 1, 2, fold forward 3, step back 4, go to that mountain pose 5, down to all 4, 6, 7, cobring up, back to the mountain pose 8, step it forward on 9, 10, 11, 12. I think we have one more. So this one will speed up. Last one you can do is your slow pace or do it quickly with me. All right, palms together on 1, arms reach up on 2, fold forward 3, step back 4, bring the feet all the way to the downward dog, mountain pose position 5, down onto the knees into the 6, push through 7, cobra, back up to the mountain pose 8, step on through 9, drop the head, step forward 10, reach the arms up 11, and 12. All right, how did that go? Was it invigorating for you? I hope it was. All right, so we rushed through or brushed through or moved through all 12 steps, right? You can create that same sequence of 12 movements from 1 to 12. You can do that, repeat it like we've done today in the video, 6 times, one side, 6 times the other. Just remember to alternate the feet, which sometimes I can sort of go, did I do that one or did I do it? The more you do it, the easier it'll get. Now, as you know, you may have heard Surya Namaskar before and had a little bit more speed with it. So you'll find people that are regular practitioners that go in and they're at the top and they'll do something along the lines as also hands starting on prayer position, reaching the arms up. And then you'll see them fold forward And then they'll step back like we did today, and then go into what's called a plank, right? You can also do this version with the body here with knees bent. Now, if your hands or if you have any wrist issues, same sort of contraindications before, but you'll see this version's bending down here, coming through to that same cobra position, and then tucking the toes behind you to go to that mountain pose, right? And then stepping forward, and then reaching up, right? That may be a little bit more of a advanced version based on the one that we started with today, right? Then you have one that's a little bit further forward, same position with the hands. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, fold forward. And when you're ready, look out. Bend the knees to jump back to that plank position. Bend the elbows. Come up to an upward dog. Tuck the toes behind you to go to the mountain position. And then bend the knees to hop back. Look out again. Drop the head forward and then reach all the way up to the sky. And pause. Then you have another version where you go until you jump into the handstand. Where you jump back and then you go into handstand. It doesn't really matter how advanced you are if your body is in a position where it's feeling pain or discomfort and there's just no acknowledgement. The ultimate goal and the best practices are the ones that you're doing for your body when you're listening to what your needs are, especially when you're practicing independently. It's such a huge gift for you to go, you know what? Even though I can jump into a handstand, is it really necessary today? Is that what my body needs? Because oftentimes, if you just make a decision to really honor where your body is in that day, you're able to strengthen and work with the nuances or maybe even the challenges that you have for the day to be able to repair them, right? So as you practice it and as you create different wellness routines on a regular basis, it's really important that you start to intuitively listen to what your body's needs are. Not what my video says, but what your needs are, and also what your primary care recommends for you. Anytime you're starting a new routine, it's highly recommended that you check with the doctor, unless you're a health professional yourself and you have the intuition built in. It's really just a great way to move, right? So as I promised the other day, I would love to repeat our Pilates routine that we did on the second day that we met, which was just a few days ago now, and see where you are with it, all right? So we'll do some repeating, some really simple moves. Going back onto our mat today, I have my yoga mat. So if you do have a softer mat, it's more forgivable for the lower spine and the vertebra in general. But it's a great way to start your day, just to kind of open up your back, doing that 1 through 12. And if you want to do a whole practice, we'll be building to that this month. But if you want to do just a little bit of this and that, you may have like 2 to 12 minutes to start your day. It's really important that you just do something. And Surya Namaskar is a great start to anyone's day as long as it's in their wheelhouse and they're not injured, all right? So moving into a Pilates, we're going to go over to the top of the mat as well. I'm going to move myself forward a little bit so that way I don't have to go too far away, okay? And generally speaking, you're going to start at the top of the mat if you have really healthy knees. Again, same contraindications. The difference with this is you don't have to step down like this. So if you start at the top of the mat, classically, you would go and bring your hands in this position, resisting the palms, right? One arm on top of the other, feeling your whole pectoral muscles in the front of the chest turn on, the deltoids, you'll feel your rhomboids and trapezius muscles in the top here. You'll feel your whole powerhouse core, hips engaged just by pressing, resisting the floor and pushing the arms together, right? Doing that, reminding yourself that you're about to work on your entire system, right? You'll bend the knees, come all the way down, and then you find yourself on the ground and round your body down, right? Now, if you're injured and you can't bend your knees to come to the floor, obviously it's a no. You can get a chair, right? Or you can work on a bed, something that's more of a Cadillac style thing where you have something raised. But if you are healthy enough and you just don't want to use your knees for whatever reason, you'll bend the knees, you'll have a seat, and then slowly round your back to lower your body down, all right? From this position, we're gonna slowly have our feet stay on our mats, all right? And another option is just lying on your side, lying on the shoulder, and then laying on your back. From here, we're gonna start with hands behind the hamstrings, climb up halfway, squeezing the seat, and then lowering the head down. Again, climb back up, Press into the feet, pull the ankle in, and lower down. If you feel anything in the neck and shoulders, you can keep your head down and just inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, bring them down. All right. Inhale, reach up, squeezing the inner thighs, engaging the seat. Exhale, bring them down. Notice my chest is not breaking out. It's staying completely connected with the lower belly muscles, and bring it down. All right. Otherwise, climb up with me and lower the head. We'll do that 3 more times. Climb, 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 trying to get that T thoracic spine to curl up and then round down. And I was going to name the vertebra, but then I realized depending on your height, it might be different. And down. 1 more time. And climb it up. Good. If you feel comfortable here and your neck is not done, you're going to breathe in with me and pump the arms. And exhale. Breathe in. 1. And out. Good. Put your head down if it's bothering you. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe in. Exhale. Breathe in. 2, 3, 4, 5. Out. 2. Inhale. Exhale. 4 more. Breathe in. 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more. 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. 1 more time. Exhale. 2, 3. Relax. Good. If you found that was really hard on the neck, we're going to repeat the same thing, keeping your head down on the floor, engaging the inner thighs, glutes, and abdomen. Pump the arms for me. Exhale. In. Out. In. 2, 3, 4, 5. Out. 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. Exhale. Breathe in through the nose. Out through the mouth. 4 more. Inhale. Exhale. In. 2, 3, 4, 5. Out. 2, 3, 4, 5. 2 more. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. 1 more. Exhale. 2, 3, relax. All right. Now, you should feel really warm in this whole region, your lower belly, arms. If your legs don't feel activated, find a connection in the back of the hamstrings. When your feet are here, they shouldn't just be like 2 potatoes, right? You want to press them down into the floor so much that you feel engagement, where your thigh, if someone touched your thigh, it shouldn't move back and forth. It should be connected. So it should feel like those muscles are fully an extension of your lower pelvic floor and powerhouse, all right? So from there, again, nice and simple. Lie on your back. We're going to do leg circles and 2 of the exercises from the 5 series. We're not even going to do all 3 as we did in the first video. This is a nice little variation to remember. So the first thing we did was a nice preparation, warming up our back or stretching out our chest. And we did on the floor. So we did an inhale, exhale, the hundreds here, right? And we also did this preparation for the hundreds or this preparation for the hundreds, right? And then we moved into the leg circle, all right? So bring that leg all the way up to the ceiling. And we're just going to keep the connection here really strong. Circle the leg around 3 times, pushing into the supporting leg, which is the leg that's bent. 2, and that's really your working leg. 1, and reverse it. 3, lift, 2, lift, 1. Bend that knee, second leg. Stretch it up. And circle. 1, lift, 2, lift, 1. Reverse it. 3, lift, 2, lift, 1. Good. You're going to have the opportunity to repeat the same thing, all right? If you want to advance it, you'll bring the leg up and stretch the other leg out. If you feel like you don't want to do that and you're just learning it, come back to that position we did. Same thing, 3 circles. Extend the bottom leg. This leg is strong. Someone should be able to walk by and not be able to kick my leg off the mat, all right? Here we go, 3 times. 3, and lift, 2, and lift, and 1. Reverse. Lift, 2, lift, 1. Reverse. Switch legs. Same thing, opposite leg. 1, lift, 2, lift, 3, reverse. 3, lift, 2, lift, 1. Good. Rest both legs. All right. I hope that went well for you. Bend both knees into the chest. Take a nice deep breath. Single leg stretch. Stretch the left leg out. Notice I'm keeping my head down. This means pulling into the chest. My outside hand's going to the ankle. My inside hand is going to the knee, and I'm pulling my knee in. as I'm pulling the abdomen away from the belly. Switch for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, bring the opposite knee into the chest. Find the abdomen. If it's okay for your body to curl up, we'll advance it. Same thing. 1, switch, 2, switch, 3, switch, 4, switch, 5, rest. Again, if your neck's bothering you, something's not working, right? So put your head down, all right? Last but not least, last exercise of the day, toe taps, all right? Hands behind the head, bend your knees to the floor, pull the right knee into the body, and curl the head up to twist. All right, nice and simple. This foot's gonna tap the floor or it's gonna stay down. Twist and switch. The goal is not to bring the elbow to the knee. The goal is to open your elbows and pull the knee into the body. All right, and bring the backwards off the floor. We'll do this 5 times. Switch, 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 switch. 3 more, 2 more, 1 more. All right, if that went well for you, go ahead and extend the leg. Switch, 2, 3, 4, 5, and rest. Bring your body all the way up to the top of the mat. All right, I hope that went well. If you feel a little nuts, you might need to do some modifications. If you feel like, oh my God, I can do that in my sleep, we probably need to make sure you're digging deeper into your body, and then maybe you just need to go straight into advanced, right? So as we continue to meet weekly, make sure that you're repeating the videos every single day. Find the space in the video that really works for you, and then create that practice for yourself. Take a day off, but really start to embody the little nuances, the pelvic floor engagement, breathing without completely dysregulating and disconnecting your body. And finally, listening to yourself, right? If you feel something that's been aggravating you come up, it's an opportunity for you to reel back, create basics, and find out, okay, where's this imbalance coming from, all right? So on that note, we're gonna end with nice and simple breathing, all right? We'll repeat the basic abdominal breathing that we did. So far this month has been very, very basic, all right? If you find that things are complex or they're moving slowly or you want some advice, please write in the comments. I love to hear from you, and I'm looking forward to our next visit, right? If you need a little bit of support, find a wall or a chair, or even a little bolster or something to sit on, and soften your eyes. Take a nice deep cleansing breath. Exhale, dump all the air out of the mouth. Again, same thing, breathe in through the nose. Dump it all out. From here with me, I want you to breathe in for 4 counts. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 8. Inhale, 4. Exhale, 8. Inhale, 4. Exhale, 8. Inhale, 4. Exhale, 8. Return to natural breathing. Good. And when you're ready, you can slowly open your eyes. All right. Thank you so much for showing up. Thank you so much for viewing the video and visiting. Natalie Rand here with the SCUHS Live intro to all the things wellness, where we'll learn about Ayurveda, we'll learn about Pilates, we'll learn about all kinds of wellness things to incorporate into our daily lives. And until our next week, Thursday, 12:30 p.m., I'll be here live, so please join. And if you have questions in the meantime, not a worry, send them my way. And remember, all you have to do is show up, and then we'll do it here together. All right. Until next week. Next week, we're going to go ahead and move into some other yoga postures and find some simple ways to keep our whole body supported during the spring season. And we'll definitely talk about the best things to do to prepare for spring. All right. Thank you so much. I look forward to seeing you next week. Until then, ciao.